It's Monday Night Baseball. We're at the Houston Astrodome as the Houston Astros take on the Montreal Expos. The Astros come into tonight's game with a record of 29 and 22. They're in second place, a half game behind the first place Los Angeles Dodgers. This past weekend, they were at Shea Stadium, losing 2 out of 3 against the New York Mets. Montreal Expos have a record of 18 and 30. They're in last place in the American League East. They had an abbreviated 2-game series against Cincinnati at Jerry Park, which they split. Losing on Friday, they were rained out on Saturday, and then winning yesterday. This is June 12th, 1972. We will be right back with the starting lineups. Welcome to the Astrodome for tonight's game between Montreal and Houston. Bill Stoneman gets the start for Montreal. He's made 11 starts on the year. He's 5-5 with an ERA of 3.29. This is his second start against Houston. He's 0-1 with a 7.88 ERA against the Astros. Jerry Royce will be on the mound for Houston. He made 10 starts. This year he's 3-1 with an ERA of 3.41. This is his second start against Montreal. Ron Fairly for Montreal is riding a 17-game hitting streak. Starting lineup for Montreal. Leading off, the second baseman, Ron Hunt. Batting second, the shortstop, Tim Foley. Batting third, the left fielder, Ron Woods. Batting fourth, the third baseman, Bob Bailey. Batting fifth, the first baseman, Mike Jorgensen. Batting sixth, the right fielder, Ron Fairly. Batting seventh, the catcher, John Bacabella. Batting eighth, the center fielder, Clyde Mashore. And batting ninth, the pitcher, Bill Stoneman. On defense, Houston has Lee May at first base, Tommy Helms at second, Roger Metzger at shortstop, Doug Rader at third, Bob Watson in left field, Cesar Cedeno in center field, Jim Wynn in right field, Johnny Edwards catching, and on the mound, Jerry Royce. Jerry Royce is a hard-throwing left-hander who came over to Houston in a trade with St. Louis on the second day of the season. Houston sent Scipio Spinks to St. Louis for Royce. Royce has a record of 3-1, an ERA of 3.41. In 68 2/3 innings, he's given up 26 runs, all earned. He's walked 31. He has struck out 73. This is his third year. He has a career record right now of 20 wins and 28 losses. Leading off for Montreal will be Ron Hunt, the second baseman. He's hitting .340 with no home runs and 17 runs batted in. Ron Hunt, I saw, died this week. So R.I.P. to Ron Hunt. Here's the first pitch. Down and in, ball one. That was a changeup. Too high, ball one. It's a shallow fly ball down the right field line. Wynn is after it. After it. That makes the seats. High and inside, ball three. 3 balls, 1 strike. Too low, ball four. That'll bring up Tim Foley, the shortstop. Foley's hitting .236. No home runs, 21 runs batted in. Tim Foley, along with Mike Jorgensen and Ken Singleton, came to Montreal from the Mets in the trade that sent Rusty Staub to New York. Changeup. He lays down a bunt. Royce has it. His only throws the first. Throws to Helms covering. 1 out. Ron Hunt takes second on the sacrifice. Next up is Ron Woods, the left fielder. He's hitting .264 with 9 home runs and 29 runs batted in. Fastball low, ball one. Swing and a miss, strike one. Since coming into the league in 1969, Montreal has never had a player selected for the All-Star game. This year, I think there's a good chance that Ron Hunt and Bob Bailey might make the team. Ron Fairley, too. 1-1 pitch. Too high, ball two. Fouls it back. That's out of play. 2 balls and 2 strikes. In tight, ball three. Full count. Swing and a miss on a breaking ball. Strike 3. 2 outs. That'll bring up Bob Bailey. Bailey's having a good year. Third baseman is hitting .297, 6 home runs, 30 runs batted in. Hitting .417 against Houston. Fly ball down the left field line. That is hooking foul. Way inside, ball one. Another fastball. Swing and a miss on another fastball. Strike 2. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Down and in, ball 2. Bailey hits a base hit in the left field. Hunt rounds third. He'll score. It's 1-0 Montreal. This is the first year that Montreal has agreed to be part of national telecasts. They've agreed to be shown on both NBC and the CBC. Their first 3 years, they only appeared on local broadcasts or local telecasts in the Montreal area. They'll bring up Mike Jorgensen, the first baseman. As mentioned, he came over from the Mets in the Rusty Staub deal. The trade wasn't welcomed in Montreal, but the Expos fans seem to like Foley, Jorgensen, and Singleton. Curveball low, check swing, but ball one. Foul tip on the fastball, strike 1. Jorgensen hits a base hit up the middle. Cedeno's up with it. Bailey rounds second. He'll take third. So 2 outs. Runners at the corners. That brings up Ron Fairly. Ron Fairly, the right fielder, is hitting .285 with 6 home runs, 27 runs batted in. Ron Fairly has a 17-game hitting streak going right now. He's hitting .355 in June. Fastball outside, ball one. Checked the swing, but that hit the corner. Strike one. Swing and a miss on the fastball. Strike two. Grounder up the middle. Metzger dives, has it. He's able to get to second ahead of Jorgensen. 3 outs. Montreal got 1 run on 2 hits, no errors. They left 2 men on base. We played 1/2 inning. It's Montreal 1. Houston coming to bat. Houston will have Roger Metzger, the shortstop, leading off. Batting second, the left fielder, Bob Watson. Batting third, the center fielder, Cesar Cedeno. Batting fourth, the right fielder, Jim Wynn. Batting fifth, the first baseman, Lee May. Batting sixth, the catcher, Johnny Edwards. Batting seventh, the third baseman, Doug Rader. Batting eighth, the second baseman, Tommy Helms. And batting ninth, the pitcher, Jerry Royce. On defense, the Expos have Mike Jorgensen at first, Ron Hunt at second, Tim Foley at shortstop, Bob Bailey at third, Ron Woods in left, Clyde Mishore in center, Ron Fairly in right, John Bacabella catching, and on the mound, Bill Stoneman. Stoneman, he's a hard-throwing right-hander. Doesn't throw quite as hard as Jerry Royce. He has a record of 5-5 with 1 save, an ERA of 3.29. In 82 innings pitched, he's given up 80 hits. He has walked 36. He struck out 45. Roger Metzger, the shortstop, leads off. Metzger's hitting .210, 1 home run, 19 runs batted in. He's hitting .357 against Montreal. The 0-1 pitch. Grounder to second. Hunt is up with it. Throws him out. 1 out. That'll bring up the left fielder, Bob Watson. Watson's hitting .238, 4 home runs, 21 runs batted in. This Watson's first year as being a pretty much an everyday player. He got into 112 games last year. And before that, from 68 to 70, he got into between 25 and 51 games in a season. The 1-0 pitch. Base hit in the left field. That got past Foley. He dove, but he couldn't come up with it. So 1 out, runner on first. That brings up Cesar Cedeno, center fielder. He's hitting .318 with 12 home runs, 38 runs batted in. This is Cedeno's 3rd year. He is 21 years old. He looks like he's got a pretty good career ahead of him. Fastball, too high, ball one. It's a grounder to short. This could be 2. The second for 1. There's no throw to first. Two outs. Cedeno's on first after the fielder's choice. That'll bring up Jim Wynn, the right fielder. He's hitting 275, 11 home runs, 40 runs batted in. Liner down the third base line. That's foul. The 0-1 pitch. Too low. Ball one. Changeup. Caught the outside corner. Strike two. The 1-2 pitch. Strike three called. No runs, one hit, no errors, one left. We played one here at the Astrodome. It's Montreal 1, Houston nothing. It'll be the bottom of the order for Montreal in the second. Bacabella, Mashore, and Stoneman. John Bacabella, the catcher, he's hitting 188. One home run, 6 runs batted in. The 2-1 pitch. Sharp grounder to short. Metzger has it, throws him out. 1 out. Here's the center fielder, Clyde Mashore. Mashore's hitting 259 with 1 home run and 5 runs batted in. The 1-2 pitch. It's a shallow fly ball into left field. Metzger going back. Watson coming in. He's got it. 2 outs. That'll bring up the pitcher, Bill Stoneman. Stoneman is 0 for 23 on the season as a hitter. The 1-1 pitch. Grounder to second. Helms up with it. Throws to May for the out. 3 outs. Nothing across for Montreal in the second. Bottom of the second for Houston will be Lee May, Johnny Edwards, and Doug Rader. Lee May is hitting 303, 13 home runs, 47 runs batted in. He came over from the Reds in the big offseason trade. He came with Tommy Helms and Jimmy Stewart. And Houston sent Joe Morgan, Dennis Menke, Jack Billingham, and Ed Armbruster. May has been an excellent acquisition for the Astros. It's a trade that's worked out pretty well for both teams. The 1-1 pitch. Base hit in the gap. This will be extra bases. May dives into second, he's safe. That's his 18th double of the year. That'll bring up Johnny Edwards, the catcher. He's hitting 273, 6 home runs, and 20 runs batted in. He's also a former member of the Reds. He came over from Cincinnati when he was replaced at catcher by another Johnny Bench. He's hitting 273, 6 home runs, 20 runs batted in. Hitting 280 against right-handers. Change up, little high, ball 1. Low and inside, ball 2. Curveball, he looked at strike 1. Ground ball down the first base line, that's foul. Breaking ball just below the belt, strike 3 called. Here's Doug Rader, the third baseman. He's hitting 224, 12 home runs, 37 runs batted in. Astros got some good home run totals, even though the Astrodome itself is not noted as being a good home run park. Rader's in his 5th season with the Astros. Sitting 171 in June. First pitch, changeup in at the knees, strike 1. Caught the outside corner, another changeup, strike 2. Fastball, he hits a weak fly ball into center field. Mashore coming in, he's got it. Two outs. That'll bring up the second baseman, Tommy Helms. Helms is hitting 266. 2 home runs, 15 runs batted in. After the trade with Cincinnati, he replaced Joe Morgan as the Astros second baseman. Just high, ball 1. The 1-0 pitch, he looked at strike 1. Swing and a miss on a fastball, strike 2. It gets away, it's in the dirt. May takes third, they're calling that a wild pitch. So 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Possible tying run at third. He hits a grounder to third. Bailey has it. Throw to first, bang, bang, play. Helms beat it out. He's safe. May scores, that ties the game. That'll bring up the pitcher, Jerry Royce. Royce is hitting 174, no home runs, 3 runs batted in. He fouls that one back, strike 1. Fly ball down the right field line, that is hooking foul. High and outside, ball 1. It's in there at the knee, strike 3 called. Houston gets 1 run, 2 hits, no errors. They left 1 man on base. We have played 2 here at the Astrodome. Montreal 1, Houston 1. It'll be the top of the order for Montreal in the third. Hunt, Foley, and Woods. Ron Hunt walked his first time up. The 2-2 pitch. He walked and scored. Strike 3 call. That's strikeout number 2 for Jerry Royce. That'll bring up Tim Foley. He had a sacrifice bunt in the first inning. 3-0 pitch. Ball 4. Second walk given up by Jerry Royce. That brings up Ron Woods, who's 0 for 1. He struck out in the first inning. There goes Foley. Throw from Edwards. He's out. Helms makes the tag. 2 outs. That pitch was called a strike. Curveball. Woods fouls it back. Strike 2. No balls. 2 strikes. 2 outs. Fastball low and outside. Ball 1. Just a bit high. Ball 2. It's a grounder to short. Metzger's up with it. Throws him out. 3 outs. No runs, no hits, no errors, no one left. We go to the bottom of the third here in the Astrodome. It is Montreal 1, Houston 1. Be the top of the order for Houston. Metzger, Watson, and Cedeno. Metzger's 0 for 1. He grounded out to Ron Hunt in the first inning. Hits a grounder to short. Foley's up with it to throw. Bang, bang play. He's out. 1 out. They'll bring up Bob Watson. He's 1 for 1. He singled in the first. The 1-2 pitch. Inside on the black. Strike 3 called. 2 outs. That's strikeout number 4 for Bill Stoneman. That brings up Cesar Cedeno. He's 0 for 1. He grounded into a force play in the first inning. The 2-1 pitch. Grounder down the first base line. That's in the corner. That'll be extra bases. Daniel rounds second. He's heading for third. The throw, he's in with a stand-up triple. Let's watch that one again. In the corner. Going for second. Looks like Jorgensen was just a little slow after taking the cutoff. So 2 outs, runner on third. Here's Jim Wynn. He's 0 for 1. He struck out last time up. That was in the first inning. Fastball, ground ball down the third base line. That's foul. Swing and a miss. That was out of the strike zone. A curveball. Strike 2. Fastball inside. Ball 1. Too low and inside. Ball 2. Grounder right back to the mound. Stoneman has it. Throws him out. 3 outs. No runs. 1 hit. No errors. 1 left. We played 3 here in Houston. It is Montreal 1, Houston 1. Take a look around the league. Top of the 6th in Atlanta. The Braves lead the Mets 6-0. Ralph Gar's 3 for 3. That's Tom Seaver. Boy, he's having an inconsistent year against Ron Reed. Bottom of the 4th in Texas. No score between the Brewers and the Rangers. That is Ken Brett against Rich Hand. Top of the 3rd in Minnesota. The Twins lead the Tigers 3-1. That is Joe Niekro against Ray Corbin. Niekro and Corbin are both looking for their first win of the season. And top of the 4th in St. Louis. The Dodgers lead the Cardinals 2-1. Frank Robinson hit his 5th home run of the year for the Dodgers. That is Don Sutton against Bob Gibson. Sutton and Gibson have 4 Cy Young Awards between the two of them. Gibson, I believe, in 63, 68, and 69. And Sutton last year in 1971. Los Angeles is a half game ahead of Houston in the standings. For Montreal in the fourth, it will be the middle of the order: Bailey, Jorgensen, and Fairley. Bob Bailey is 1 for 1. He singled in the first, and that scored Ron Hunt. The 3-0 pitch. High and inside, ball 4. That's walk number 3 given up by Jerry Rice. That brings up Mike Jorgensen. He's 1 for 1 with a single. Change up, swing and a miss, strike 1. He lays down a bunt. Edwards only plays the first. Throws to Helms covering. 1 out. Bailey takes second on the sacrifice. That brings up Ron Fairley. He's 0 for 1. He grounded into a force play in the first. Fairley has a 17-game hitting streak going. Sitting 344 in June. This is June 12th. Off the corner, ball 2. Too low, ball 3. 3 balls, no strikes. Swing and a miss on a fastball, strike 1. Another swing and a miss on a fastball, strike 2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. He swung at a bad pitch. 2 outs, strikeout number 3 for Jerry Rice. That'll bring up John Bacabella. He's 0 for 1. He grounded to Roger Metzger in the second inning. Clyde Mashore is on deck. Low and outside, a curveball. Swing and a miss on a changeup. Strike 1. 1 ball, 1 strike. Ball 2. 2 balls, 1 strike. 2 outs. Outside, ball 3. 3 balls and 1 strike. Fastball, swing and a miss, strike 2. Full count, 2 outs. Go-ahead runs on second base. The payoff pitch. Liner down to third base line. That's foul. Royce is ready. The 3-2 pitch. Another liner down to third base line. That's foul. High and inside, ball 4. That's walk number 4 today for Jerry Rice. He's having a little trouble with his control. He's thrown 71 pitches. He's thrown 37 strikes, 34 balls. Here's Clyde Mashore. He's 0 for 1. Swing and a miss on a changeup. Strike 1. He flied out to Cesar Cedeno in the second inning. Fastball, too low, ball 1. Hits a shallow fly ball into left field. Bob Watson's coming in. He's got it. 3 outs. No runs, no hits, no errors. They left 2 men on base. We go to the bottom of the 4th. It is Montreal 1, Houston 1. Lee May leads off. He is 1 for 1. He doubled in the second inning. The 1-1 pitch. Grounder up the middle. Foley to his left. Has it. Throws him out. 1 out. That'll bring up Johnny Edwards. He's 0 for 1 with a strikeout. The 3-2 pitch. High and away, ball 4. First walk given up by Bill Stoneman. That'll bring up Doug Rader. Rader's 0 for 1. He flied out to Clyde Mashore in the second inning. Fouls it back, strike 1. Ball 1. Too low, ball 2. Liner down the first base line, that's foul. Hits a deep fly ball into left center. Mashore going back at the wall. That's off the wall. That'll be extra bases. Edwards rounds third. He'll score. Houston takes a 2-1 lead. That's double number 8 for Doug Rader. That'll bring up Tommy Helms. He's 1 for 1. He singled in the second. And that scored Lee May. So 1 out, runner on second. Low and inside, ball 1. Swing and a miss on a curveball, strike 1. Another swing and a miss, strike 2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. That is strikeout number 5 for Bill Stoneman. That'll bring up Jerry Royce. He's 0 for 1. He struck out in the second inning. Fastball. He fouls that one back. Strike 1. In there at the knees. Strike 2. Swing and a miss on a curveball. Strike 3. That's strikeout number 6 for Stoneman. Houston gets 1 run, 1 hit, no errors. They left 1 man on base. We played 4 here in the Astrodome. It is Houston 2, Montreal 1. In the 5th inning for Montreal, it will be Stoneman, Hunt, and Foley. Stoneman is 0 for 1. He grounded out to Tommy Helms in the second inning. The 0-2 pitch, right down the plate, strike 3 called. That's strikeout number 4 for Jerry Royce. That'll bring up Ron Hunt. He's 0 for 1. He walked and he struck out. He walked and ended up scoring in the first inning. He's hitting .412 in June. The 3-2 pitch, ball 4. Second walk for Hunt. The 5th walk given up by Jerry Royce. That'll bring up Tim Foley. He had a sacrifice bunt in the first. He walked in the third. So he has no official plate appearances today. No official at-bats. They're playing him in for the bunt. In there at the knee, strike 1. He swung and missed at that fastball. The 1 pitch. There goes Hunt. The throw from Edwards. He's safe. That is stolen base number 5 for Ron Hunt. That pitch was called a strike, so no balls, 2 strikes. Change up, low and outside, ball 1. Too low, ball 2. Too high, ball 3. Full count. Liner down the third base line, it's foul. Ball 4. That's Walk number 6 given up by Jerry Royce. Jim Ray will start warming up for Houston. That brings up Ron Woods. He's 0 for 2. He struck out and he grounded to Metzger. Swing and a miss on a fastball. Strike 1. Too high, ball 1. Strike 2 called. Another fastball. Swing and a miss on a curveball. Strike 3. That's strikeout number 5 for Jerry Royce. That'll bring up Bob Bailey. He's 1 for 1. He's a single and a walk. He singled and drove in Ron Hunt in the first inning. Sitting 462 against Houston. Fastball inside, ball 1. Curveball, he tipped that one. Strike 1. Too low, ball 2. Popped it up. Fouls it back. Strike 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, 2 runners on base. High and away, ball 3. Grounder to third. Metzger to Helms for the out. No runs, no hits, no errors. 2 men left. We go to the bottom of the 5th. It's an official game here at the Astrodome. It is Houston 2, Montreal 1. It'll be the top of the order for the Astros in the 5th. Metzger, Watson, and Cedeno. Metzger is 0 for 2 today. The 0-1 pitch. He hits a fly ball into center field. Mashore coming in. He's got it. 1 out. That brings up Bob Watson. He's 1 for 2 today. He has a single and a strikeout. The 0-2 pitch. Caught the inside corner. Strike 3 called. Strikeout number 7 for Bill Stoneman. That'll bring up Cesar Cedeno. He's 1 for 2. He tripled back in the 3rd inning. The 0-2 pitch. Strike 3 called on a curveball. No runs, no hits, no errors, no one left. We played 5 here in Houston. Houston 2, Montreal 1. That was strikeout number 8 for Bill Stoneman. New pitcher for Houston. It'll be Jim Ray. Jim Ray's making his 22nd appearance of the year. He has a record of 3-1, an ERA of 3.45. In 28 2/3 innings, he has given up 27 hits. He has walked 13 and struck out 18. Ray has been a fixture in the Astros bullpen since 1968. Although in 1969 he made 14 starts in 35 appearances. He made 4 starts last year. But in 1970 he was strictly a reliever, coming in 55 times. Leading off will be Mike Jorgensen. He is 1 for 1. He singled in the first, and he hit a sacrifice bunt in the fourth. Curveball. He hits a long fly ball into right field. Jim Wynn drifting back. He's on the warning track. He's got it. 1 out. Here's Ron Fairley. He's 0 for 2 today with 1 strikeout. He has a 17-game hitting streak going. The 3-1 pitch. Changeup. Ball 4. Fairley walks. He represents the tying run. That brings up John Bacabella. He's 0 for 1 with a walk today. Changeup. Strike 1. Just below the belt. Caught the outside corner. Strike 2. No balls. 2 strikes. Low and outside. Ball 1. Check the swing. Ball 2. Now let's see. Monday night next week will be either the Dodgers and the Pirates or the Mets and the Astros. Game of the week Saturday will be the Dodgers at the Cubs or the Orioles at the Twins. This is WJST in Parma, Norwich, and Tuscaloosa. Here's Jim Ray with the 2-2 pitch. Bacabella grounder into right field for a base hit. Fairley stops at second. So we have runners at first and second, 1 out. And Clyde Mashore is up. He's 0 for 2 today. Mashore's a good bunter. He tipped it on the fastball. Strike 1. Doug Rader's drifting in. He pops it up. Foul ground. Third base side. Raiders after it. But that made the seats. Caught the inside corner. Strike 3 called. Trainers coming out to look at Mashore. They are escorting him back to the dugout. That brings up Bill Stoneman. He is 0 for 2 today with a strikeout. Stoneman has not gotten a hit at all this season. Changeup. Swinging and a miss at a bad pitch. Strike 1. Got the inside part of the plate. Strike 2. Off the plate and inside. Ball 1. Just missed outside. Ball 2. Strike 3 call. Strikeout number 2 for Ray. Worked his way out of a jam there. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, 2 left. We go to the bottom of the 6th. It is Montreal 2. Houston 2, Montreal 1. Boots Day coming in to play center field in place of Mashore. In the bottom of the 6th, it will be the middle of the order for Wynn. Or for Houston, it'll be Wynn, May, and Edwards. Jim Wynn, he's 0 for 2 today with a strikeout. The 0-2 pitch. Base hit up the middle. brings up Lee May. He's 1 for 2 with a double. He doubled in the second inning. There goes Wynn. The throw from Bacabella. He's out. Hunt made the tag. They just got him. So 1 out. That pitch was called a strike. Base hit in a left field. It's hit number 2 today for Jim Wynn. That'll bring up John Edwards. He's 0 for 1 today. He has a walk and a strikeout. He walked and scored in the 4th inning. 2 high, ball 1. That was high, ball 2. Ground ball down the first base line. That's foul. Edwards hits the liner in the center field. That's a base hit. May will stop at second. So 1 out. Runners on first and second. Here's Doug Rader. He's 1 for 2. He hit a double in the 4th inning, and that scored John Edwards. That put Houston up 2-1. Hitting .293 with 4 home runs with runners in scoring position. Fastball. He fouled that one back. Strike 1. In there at the knee. Strike 2. Caught the inside corner. Strike 3 called. That's strikeout number 9 for Bill Stoneman. That brings up Tommy Helms. He's 1 for 2. Hit a single and a strikeout. Hit an infield single in the second. That scored Lee May. Outside, ball 1. It's a grounder to first. Jorgensen has it. He'll take it himself. 3 outs, no runs, 3 hits, no errors, 2 left. We played 6 here at the Astrodome. Houston 2, Montreal 1. It'll be the top of the order for Montreal in the 7th. Ron Hunt, Tim Foley, and Ron Woods. Ron Hunt is 0 for 1. He walked in the first, struck out in the 3rd, walked in the 5th. The 2-2 pitch. Swing and a miss on the fastball. Strike 3. He chased one out of the strike zone there. Here's Tim Foley. He had a sacrifice bunt in the 1st, walked in the 3rd, walked in the 5th. So 3 plate appearances. He doesn't have an official at bat today. The 1-2 pitch. Grounder to 3rd. Raiders up with it. Throws him out. Two outs. That'll bring up Ron Woods. He's 0 for 3 today. He struck out twice. The 3-2 pitch. High and outside, ball 4. Second walk given up by Jim Ray. That brings up Bob Bailey. Bailey's 1 for 2. He has a single and a walk. He singled in the 1st. That drove in Ron Hunt. Edwards going out to talk to Ray. Fastball inside, ball 1. Curveball, he tipped that one. Strike 1. Low and inside, ball 2. Swing and a miss on a curveball. Strike 2. 2 balls. 2 strikes, 2 outs. Tying run is on first. Change up high and inside, ball 3, full count. Here's the payoff pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3 on the fastball. No runs, no hits, no errors, 1 left. We go to the bottom of the 7th. Houston leads 2-1. Take a look around the league again. Bottom of the 8th at Shea Stadium. Braves leading the Mets 6-1. That's Gary Gentry against Mike McQueen now. Top of the 7th in Texas. Rangers lead the Brewers 3-0. Ken Suarez is 3 for 3 today for Texas. It's Ken Brett against Rich Hand. Top of the 5th in Minnesota. The Twins lead the Tigers 4-2. Still Negro against Corbin. They're both looking for their first win. And after a rain delay in St. Louis, bottom of the 6th, the Dodgers lead the Cardinals 3-1. It's still Sutton against Gibson. Pinch hitting for Houston is Jimmy Stewart. Stewart's hitting 200, no home runs, 2 runs batted in. He is hitting 111 with 1 RBI, so I'm guessing he is 1 for 9 as a pinch hitter. He came over from Cincinnati along with Tommy Helms and Lee May. George Culver's warming up in the bullpen. The 1-2 pitch. Grounder to short. Foley has it. The throw, but the throw pulled Jorgensen off the bag. Stewart safe at first. And they are crediting Tim Foley with an error. That'll bring up Roger Metzger. He's 0 for 3 today. Fastball, swing and a miss, strike 1. Too low and inside, ball 1. Metzger hits a base hit up the middle. Stewart stops at second. Houston has runners on first and second. Nobody out. Here's Bob Watson. He's 1 for 3. He has a single today and he struck out twice. He's hitting 270 with a home run with runners in scoring position. Curveball, swing and a miss, strike 1. Fouls that one back. Strike 2. It's a little fly ball down the left field line, but that is hooking foul. Fastball outside, ball 1. Just outside, ball 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. It's a fly ball in the center field. Bootstay going back. He's got it. Stewart breaks for third. The throw to third. Stewart's safe. Metzger goes to second. Bootstay made a nice diving catch for that one. Let's watch that again. Yeah, he had to do some running for that one. And the runners were able to advance. So 1 out, 2 runners in scoring position, runners on second and third. And here's Cesar Cedeno. He is 1 for 3. He tripled in the third. He also struck out once today. Grounder down the third base line. That's foul. Changeup. Nice grab by Bacabella. Ball 1. High and inside, ball 2. Caught the inside corner. Strike 2. It's a grounder to third. Foley throws him out. Stewart scores. Metzger advances to third. It's 3-1. 2 outs. That brings up Jim Wynn. He is 1 for 3. He has a single today. He also struck out. They're going to intentionally walk him. And that'll bring up Lee May. He's 2 for 3 with a single and a double. Fastball. He chased one out of the zone there. Strike 1. It's a fly ball down the left field line. That is hooking foul. Down and away, ball 1. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Strikeout number 10 for Stoneman. But Houston got 1 run, 1 hit, 1 error. 2 men left. That run was unearned. We played 7 here in Houston. It is Houston 3, Montreal 1. George Culver coming in to pitch for Houston. He's making his 18th appearance of the year. He has a record of 4-1 with 1 save, an ERA of 4.26. In 19 innings, he's given up 23 hits. 5 of those were home runs. He's walked 15. He struck out 20. He is a hard-throwing right-hander. Came up with the Indians. Then he went to Cincinnati. From Cincinnati, he went to St. Louis, and then midway through the 1970 season was traded to Houston. He got into 66 games with Houston last year. He is 29 years old. He is hard throwing. He tends to keep the ball down, which on the AstroTurf here, that could be an issue. For Montreal in the 8th, it will be Jorgensen, Fairley, and Bacabella. Jorgensen is 1 for 2 today. He has a single and a sacrifice bunt. The 2-0 pitch. Grounder up the middle. Helms to his right. Backhands it. Throws him out. 1 out. It's Ron Fairley. He's 0 for 2 with a walk. He has a 17-game hitting streak on the line. The 2-2 pitch. Fly ball into center field. Cedeno backing up. He's at the wall. That's gone. Home run for Ron Fairley. Home run number 7. He's hitting 18 straight games now. That cuts Houston's lead to 3-2. Here's John Bacabella. He is 1 for 2. He has a single and a walk today. The 0-1 pitch. Grounder to second. Helms throws to Culver covering. 2 outs. Here's Boots Day, the center fielder. He's hitting .224. No home runs. 5 runs batted in. Let me see. He replaced Clyde Mashore. In the 6th. News from the clubhouse is Mashore it may be a serious injury. The 1-1 pitch. Liner into right field, but that's right at Jim Wynn. But the Expos get 1 run, 1 hit, no errors on Ron Fairley's home run. We go to the bottom of the 8th. It is Houston 3, Montreal 2. John Edwards leads off for Houston. He's 1 for 2. He has a single and a walk. The 0-1 pitch from Stoneman. Base hit into left field. Then I'll bring up Doug Rader. He's 1 for 3. He doubled in the 4th. That scored John Edwards. Down and in, ball 1. Too high, ball 2. High and inside, ball 3. 3 balls, no strikes. Caught the inside corner, strike 1 to curveball. Inside on the black, strike 2, full count. Rader hits a base hit in the left center. Day's up with it. Edwards stops at second. We have runners on first and second. Nobody out. Here's Tommy Helms. He's 1 for 3. He had an infield single in the 2nd that scored Lee May. Fouls it back. Strike 1. Low and inside. Ball 1. That was outside. Ball 2. Fouls that one back. Bacabella dove into the stands but couldn't get it. Swing and a miss, strike 3. That is strikeout number 11 for Bill Stoneman. Pinch hitting for Culver is Jesus Alou. Lou's hitting 189, no home runs, 5 runs batted in. He's hitting .212 with 5 RBIs as a pinch hitter. Bacabella talking to Stoneman. Fastball, ball one. Fastball again, ball two. Curveball, caught the outside corner, strike one. Low and inside, ball three. 3 balls and 1 strike. Swing and a miss on a fastball, strike two, full count. Foul tip, count remains full. Too low, ball four. Walk number 3 given up by Stolman. That loads the bases. That'll bring up Roger Metzger. Metzger's 1 for 4 with a single. Infield's playing halfway. Fastball, swing and a miss, strike one. It was out of the strike zone. Just missed outside, ball one. Base hit into right field. Edwards scores. Raider stops at third. Bases are still loaded. Houston leads 4-2. That'll bring up Bob Watson. He's 1 for 4. He has a single, and he struck out twice today. Cedeno's on deck. Fastball low, ball one. Just missed, ball two. Got the inside part of the plate, strike one. Ball three of the changeup. Fastball, swing and a miss, strike two. That would have been ball four, I think. Fouls it back. Swing and a miss, strike three. Third strikeout today again for Bob Watson. Strikeout number 12 for Bill Stoneman. That brings up Cesar Cedeno. He is 1 for 4. He tripled in the third, and in the seventh, he grounded out to Foley, and Stewart scored. So he's a triple and an RBI. Liner down the third base line. That's foul. In there below the belt, strike two. Cedeno hits a base hit into left field. Raiders scores. Lou rounds third. He'll score. Metzger stops at second. It's 6-2, Houston. That'll bring up Jim Wynn. He is 1 for 3. He has a single and a walk today. Fastball, fouls it back. Strike two. Changeup, swing and a miss. He was way out in front of that one. Strike three. That is strikeout number 13 today for Stoneman. But Houston got 3 runs, 4 hits, no errors. They left 2 men on base. We go to the 9th inning. It is Houston 6, Montreal 2. Houston has 6 runs, 13 hits, no errors. They left 10 men on base. Montreal has 2 runs, 4 hits, 1 error. They left 9 men on base. The new pitcher for Houston is Jim York. Making his third appearance of the year. No wins, no losses, no saves. He has an ERA of 7.71. In 2 1/3 innings, he's given up 4 hits. He has walked 2, struck out 3. He is a hard-throwing right-hander. Last year was York's rookie season. He was with the Kansas City Royals. He came over to Houston along with Lance Clemens. That was a trade for John Mayberry. John Mayberry has settled in nicely in Kansas City. In fact, Bob Oliver lost his position to Mayberry, and Oliver is now with the California Angels. Pinch hitting for Bill Stoneman, leading off the ninth, is Jim Ferry. Ferry's hitting .162, 1 home run, 2 runs batted in. As a pinch hitter, he's hitting .154, 1 home run, 2 runs batted in. He is, 6 for 37. The 0-2 pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3 on the fastball, 1 out. 7th inning in St. Louis. Cardinals have tied the Dodgers 3-3. They'll bring up Ron Hunt. He is 0 for 2. He walked in the first, struck out in the third, walked in the fifth, struck out in the seventh. The 3-1 pitch. Ball 4. Third walk today for Ron Hunt. That'll bring up Tim Foley. He's 0 for 1. Hit a sacrifice bunt in the first. He walked in the third, walked in the fifth. Up, they're calling him back. It'll be his fellow former Met, Ken Singleton, pinch hitting. Singleton's hitting .313 on the year. No home runs, 10 runs batted in. Sitting .143 as a pinch hitter. It's 1 for 7 as a pinch hitter. Fastball, he lined that one down the first base line. That's foul. At the Oakland Coliseum in the third inning, the Orioles lead the A's 1-0. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Outside, ball 1. Too high, ball 2. High and outside, ball 3, full count. Ball 4. Edwards is barking at that one. Oh, we've got an uninvited guest. It's Allie Jr. That'll bring up Ron Woods. He's 0 for 3. He has a walk and 2 strikeouts today. High and outside, ball 1. It's a fly ball down the left field line. That is hooking foul. 1 ball, 1 strike. 1 out. Swing and a miss on a curveball, strike 2. Too close, ball 2. Hits a grounder to third. This could be two. Nope. Raiders only plays the first. It'll be close. 2 outs. Montreal's down to their last out, and here's Bob Bailey, who's 1 for 3. He singled in the first. That scored Ron Hunt, and he walked in the fourth. Bailey hits a base hit in the left field. Hunt scores. Singleton rounds third. He'll score. It's 6-4. Fred Gladding gets up to warm up for Houston. Here's Mike Jorgensen. He's 1 for 3 today with a single. Fouls it back. Strike one. Fastball. Strike two called. Low and outside, ball one. Fouls it back. Fouls that one back. Count remains 1-2. Too high, ball two. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Tying run is at the plate. Change up, ball 3. Fouls it back again. Count remains full. The payoff pitch. Fouls it back. This will be the 10th pitch of this at bat. Grounder down to third base line. It's foul. Ball 4. Walked on 12 pitches. Here comes Harry Walker. That'll be all for Jim York. Fred Gladding coming in a pitch. He's making his 18th appearance of the year. He has 2 wins, 2 losses, 9 saves, an ERA of 2.74. Gladding is a junk ball pitcher who mixes up his speeds. Came over to Houston from Detroit after the 1967 season. This is his 364th game. He's made 2 starts in his career. He had 20 saves last year and 21 saves in 1970. He comes in to face Ron Fairley. Ron Fairley is 1 for 3. He hit a solo home run in the 8th. That preserved his hitting streak. He's hit in 18 straight games now. Fastball, but Fairley swung and missed. Strike one. That was out of the strike zone. His fastball is a lot less fast than Jim York's was. And Royce. Low, ball 1. Ron Fairley represents the go-ahead run at the plate. Swing and a miss, strike 2 on a curveball. Low and inside, ball 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Two runners on. High and outside, ball three. Strike three called. 2 runs, 1 hit, no errors. 2 men left. That's the game. Houston wins it 6-4. Houston had 6 runs, 13 hits, no errors. Montreal had 4 runs, 5 hits, 1 error. Jerry Royce gets the win. He's 4-1. Bill Stoneman gets the loss. He is 5-6. Ooh, we got an uninvited guest in the booth here. It's Allie Jr. Fred Gladding gets a save. That's save number 10 for him. Montreal left 11 men on base. Houston left 10 men on base. Word from the clubhouse is that Clyde Mashore will probably miss the rest of the month for Montreal. Cesar Cedeno has been named star of the game. He went 2 for 5 with 3 RBIs. John Edwards went 2 for 3 for Houston. Lee May went 2 for 4 with a double. Ron Fairley went 1 for 4 with a home run for Montreal. Ron Hunt had 3 walks. He stole a base. Scored 2 runs. Bob Bailey drove in 3 runs. Bill Stoneman in 8 innings pitched a complete game. Gave up 13 hits, 6 runs, 5 of those were earned. He walked 3. He struck out 13. Jerry Royce had some problems with his control. He pitched 5 innings. He gave up 2 hits. 1 run. He walked 6. He struck out 5. Jim Ray pitched 2 innings. Gave up 1 hit. He walked 2. Struck out 4. Culver in 1 inning gave up 1 hit. That was Ron Fairley's home run. And Jim York in the 9th inning, he just couldn't close it out. Went 2/3 of an inning, gave up 1 hit, walked 3, struck out 1. He gave up 2 runs. And Fred Gladding came in. To face Ron Fairley, and he struck him out. Time of this game was 3 hours and 35 minutes. So once again, final score from the Astrodome: Houston 6, Montreal 4. This was a pretty exciting game. Hope you enjoyed it, and thank you for watching.